Hello everyone, welcome to An Idiot Aboard. Once again, I'm Danny, your idiot, and you might be able to see those boards there, you might not, I don't know, but there they are. So what are we doing today? Well, we are carrying on with a little bit of cleaning. Don't worry, I won't bore you with too many details. I'll film that on a hyperlapse. And I'm going to make, or try to make, I'm going to see what material I've got left to make a holder for two new toys that I have down here that I'll introduce you to later. I've been practicing using them and I'm quite happy with the results. But once I get to know them a bit better and get to know how they work a bit better and how to take care of them a bit more, and I've used them properly, used them in anger, not just playing around with them to see how they work, I'll film a little video about them specifically. They were 20 bucks on Facebook Marketplace, and bear with me just a second. They are brand freaking new. Brand new. Mastercraft planes. Yeah, they're not the best planes on the market, but dude was selling them for 20 bucks. They've been used once or twice, max. Brand new. So 20 bucks, not bad at all. Just gonna put these down again. So like I say, I haven't used them properly yet and don't have a great deal of experience with hand planes, but we'll see how we get on when I do use them. And I've got plenty of things that I will end up using them for, I'm sure. So the general clear up today, I don't even know where I'm going to start. I guess you'll find out when I do. And I almost forgot, these were free. 3 little pallets in reasonably good nick, very thick wood, I must admit, nice size, and should be able to use those for something, surely. Even a muppet like me could figure something out with that. But never mind the pallets for now. First things first, something for these to sit on. Now, I have this is a leftover from something else I was thinking of doing months ago, and it's already in a nice shape. If I put a French cleat on here, whack a French cleat on it there, this then becomes a shelf, and you'll notice that it's not quite at right angles. It goes up towards the end to give it a little bit more security, a little bit more safety. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the plane, a biggie in here, number 4 plane, on here, and then lift the back up slightly. Hang on, let me get a better angle of this so you can actually see what I'm on about. You can see what I'm banging on about. There we go. So I'm going to put the plane on there like that. Okay. Then lift the back up slightly so that the blade in there doesn't touch this when it's in storage. And then put a little rim across here if I can, just to stop it slipping off. Foot this way. Okay, so a little angle so that it's sitting like that, like a stiletto if you like, and like a high heel on a rack. And then a little ridge across here so it doesn't slide off this way. We should be golden. Famous last words. So this is what we've got so far. I have this piece left over from another project. I'm just going to lay it down there and then move some stuff so I can show you. So the plane will sit on that. This little doohickey here will be kind of in the middle of the board. But the plane is going to sit on it like that. And then we're going to have an end block here, possibly out of another piece of that from that end. Just there, so we'll move the assembly all the way back. So this will sit flat there. This will stop it from falling off that way. This will keep it angled up so that the blade in there doesn't touch this when it's in storage. This is already tilted up so that it won't fall this way, but I will put a little lip on there anyway. Not that it will make much difference, I should say. That's the plan. Let's see how well we execute. So I've pre-drilled the hole for the screw to go through. I've also pre-drilled this through here. Well, where are you? There. So that I don't split it, hopefully, as the screw goes through. We're just going to line it up. Not using any glue. I might come up with a better design in a couple of months and need this to be taken apart. So I'm not gluing anything. I'm just screwing it on. there's that. Just move this out of the way. So it's going to sit like that on there. Can you see that? Looks pretty good. So what we've got to do now is put a stopper on this end, and I hope I caught that on camera, because I look such a muppet if I didn't. So you're seeing it from the back at the moment. This is going to go against the French cleat wall, which I'm going to make with this cleat. I'm going to trim it down so it's the right length. It's a bit long at the minute. This is going to be my stopper. Stop it moving too far forward. I'm not going to put anything, hang on, because you're seeing it back to front. I'm not going to put anything along here to stop this sliding out, because this already tilts up compared to the component that goes on the wall, the back of there. So it should stop it anyway. Okay, so just this should be enough to hold everything in place. I'll be using these two tiny little screws here to hold this down. One there, one there. And I'm going to drill a guide hole using this lovely little bit. I love these. It's got the drill bit with a sliding adjustable countersink bit attached. You undo it with an Allen key, which came with the set. I've got a set of 4 different sizes. Came with the Allen key. You turn the Allen key, you can slide the drill bit in and out of the housing for the countersink bit. So I'm going to drill and countersink at the same time, there and there, obviously when it's straight. And that will hold that nicely. So we'll just key up the countersink. Put it in the chuck, hold that in place. Here's one. Here's another one. And let's just screw them in. Of course I need a different screwdriver to that one. Hallelujah. Thank God I did choose to pre-drill, because I think this little bit of wood, weak as it is, would have just cracked open like a tiny little twig. Oh, my drill bit moved a bit there. Never mind. You're going in whether you like it or not. Okay. Have a little bit of light sandpaper around somewhere. God. Tidier than ever. Still can't find a keen thing. Oh well, we'll use this. Not what I was intending. Old block. Sanding block. With an old bit of paper on it. Just want to take a bit of the roughness off that wood. There you go. That's the French cleat. I'm going to whack it on there. Of course, can't do it one-handed, so I'm going to have to put you down. See you in a minute. So here it is. Cleat's on. Plane's going to sit there. The number 4 plane's going to sit there. This cleat, I've raised it slightly so that A, there's a back on it, and B, there's enough room for this wall here, the white part, to grip on to the cleat that's on the wall already. Let's go put it on. We've run out of space over here, look. Whee. There you go. So see what I mean about it tilting back slightly at an angle? That's exactly what I wanted. It should help keep it in place. Okay, so let's get the plane, which is down here. Lift her up. There's its new home. There, that stops it moving. It sits on that heel. Oh, you beauty. Look at that. Love it. Shame it's on a white thing, but like I say, I'm using scraps. So anyway, next. Similar idea for this one. We're going to cut this board. Obviously, I'm not going to keep the drill press. Jesus Christ. No. I'm not going to keep the plane there while I cut. I'm just looking at it for the size. It saves me measuring and faffing around and getting the measurement wrong. I can just place the plane where I want it, the little block plane where I want it, and decide, okay, that's wide enough or long enough. It's definitely wide enough, and I've got enough left over here to add whatever I need to add to support it on the French cleat wall. And I've also got loads of spare French cleats I've already cut. So let's cut this here and then see what we can do about building the rest of the holder. So here's what we came up with. Heel there for the heel of the little router to sit on, just to catch the front end of it as it slopes down onto the board. French cleat, this in front of it, not only to give it a bit of strength, but to give it something to grip against on that angle there, because obviously if I just put it up with that, it would just fall over. So it needs this to kind of lock it in place. So let's see if I've got space to add it on the wall. Yeah, we've had to shuffle a few bits around. My X square, now just a thing for measuring 45s on my table saw, moved up a bit. My Craftsman impact driver bits moved over there next to my sanding pad applicator. So we've got the new number 4 sander there. Moved these over a little bit to give me a little bit of room on the end of this wall where I can do that. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That ain't going anywhere. Alright, next. So as I've shown you before, moving from the main body of my workshop, this is like a storage area for all of our other stuff. Things we don't need for the babies at the moment, although I'm going to take that upstairs and clean it. Because we've got one who's just about ready to start playing on the floor with that. Christmas decorations, winter coats, all sorts of rubbish down here. But the main concern is that we've got to sort this ceiling out. I have to cover it somehow. I've got nothing to cover it with at the moment. Best I can do is take all of that down, ready for it to be done properly. Well, I've got to get it down so I can have a good look at what it is. So we'll have a go at that next, I think. So the ceiling in here was covered with polystyrene and just tagged on with bits of 1x, little bits of wood there, and it's fully insulated, but the water pipes haven't been, I'm going to have to drop this to be able to cover it. I'm going to have to put some banding in there to block it off. I'm going to have to do this, but everywhere. Not just the patch job that this fucking cowboy did, whoever he was. I'm going to have to get up a load of battening, add it to the rafters, or the floor joists for upstairs, drop it all down, just so I can cover them fuckers up. That's disappointing. Still, that's why I'm doing this, innit? And get this all sorted out properly. I thought I'd filmed me taking all of that off in hyperlapse. Turns out I turned it off instead of pressed record. Pillock. I was telling myself as I was doing it, oh, this looks really good. I bet this looks good. Yeah. No. We'll never know now, will we? You never know. It probably just shots of my t-shirt riding up over my belly and scaring all of you. Anyway, so this is what we're faced with. I'm going to have to batten all along. I'm not going to do it the same way they have. I'm going to add it to the joists, and I'm going to carry on following the same way of the joists with whatever I cover the ceiling with. I have to use the battens though because of these two pipes. Hang on, if we spin around, you see one. This one here goes off in that direction towards the kitchen, and this one is where the water comes in from the house. The mains The tap for it is just at the end of there, under there. It's actually accessible, believe it or not. There's a load of junk there, but I can actually get to it. So yeah, I'm going to have to batten this up with what I can find. I mean, I've got some battens here I can use, obviously. There's some up there. Some are already positioned where I won't have to move them. I don't have to do a great job. I've just got to get it looking tidy. But what I don't know is what I'm going to cover it with. Maybe I'll just screw off some of the old plasterboard up there. Some of the scraps of plasterboard. Yeah, that might well be it. That might well be it. But anyway, I'm going to have to batten. Because like I said, those pipes, they stick below the joists. So I'm going to have to extend the joists, so to speak. Right, let's see how we get on with that bodge job. So with the plasterboard I have, this is how far we've got. It doesn't have to be great, and it's not going to be great because it's me. For example, I've already shifted it over this way a little bit more accidentally as I was doing it up, but it's a one-man job. So as I was trying to hold it up straight and flat against the wall back here, hang on, overhead, way there, I let it kind of slide that way a bit without realizing, and I'm not undoing it to do it again. What I'm going to do this evening, right now, I should say, before I continue, is put another batten against that one, so I've got something to screw it into, batten out the rest as well as I can. I've got some battening material because, you know, I want it to look at least like it's the same level. I don't want to have, you know, multi-level bloody plasterboard up on that ceiling. I'm going to have to buy a couple of sheets just to finish it off. I think I don't have enough here. I'm down to my scraps, as you can see over here. But we'll crack on. As you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be a professional job, doesn't have to be a fantastic job. It just has to be done, and that's what it will be. And we'll get rid of that horrible crap up there. Won't be able to see it again. Anyway, catch you in a minute. That'll do you for today. I have to stop now, clean up, go and help Amanda with the kiddies. We've got one to pick up from daycare, and I can't look after the other one because I'm covered in that yellow crap. I hate fiberglass, so I have to go and have a shower. But to finish off today, I've got the wire up out the way, so I'll no longer be hanging myself on it. And when I get some plasterboard, I can fill that in. I've got a couple more battens to put up. 1, 2, 3, 4 battens to put up, and then we'll be done. Ready for the plasterboard, and that'll be it in there. And then I can focus on getting this wall down and finishing off in the workshop and this lovely lot.